Let's go. Oh, I think we're in. That's so easy. Yes, yes. Okay. We up. Let me make sure. Okay, good enough, right? Good enough. We're going to do some live sessions. We're going to do some live sessions. Some live precognition sessions. I'm wondering how to change the title of the pop-out dashboard. No, I don't think it's that. Alright, whatever. We're going to do it. Some live ARV Collective Bitcoin linked precognition sessions. First, I want to go and check out. How people did. Okay. Hardest city, Asian countries. Yeah, that's not correct. This one's, we got all of them wrong again. Natural area architecture. Boom. It's not terrible. This one, I'm surprised. So this passed all of them. I guess the metal and it being thin, right? Long and thin like a pair of scissors. I guess metal, or it didn't say metal, but long and thin like a pair of scissors is very good. What are you doing? Barry, you want to help? Come up. Come on. Come on. Now come up. Chance, you want to come up? Now come up. Come on up. Oi. I have a helper. I don't know if you guys can see this. This is my helper. Okay. Algorithm 4. Thank you for helping there. Road like a tunnel, black colors. Okay. Movement speed, life. I'll comment on this one. This score is strange. The long, thin. Could see how you'd get scissors. Whatever. And I'm gonna say a 3. This is good. Ring binder, structured environments, few small holes, circular element. Okay. Let's go. I'm feeling good tonight. My allergies are not feeling good. Let's start. I'm going in. Really getting red on this one. Red and orange. A lot of that. A lot of red. Which is interesting. Historically, I'm pretty good at seeing the color red for some reason in my sessions. We'll see. I probably jinxed it. There's probably going to be no red. Okay. This is the target. This is the target. This is the target. Okay. Not bad. I named orange. It was like a yellowish maroon color. Odd abnormal geometry. Getting bright red, orange, bright popping colors. Yeah, this is good. Almost like a bunch of extruding half circles out of the main body. Yeah, this is interesting. Main body and a bunch of, I said half circles, but there's a bunch of, circles and things inside and weird geometries. This is a cool target. I really like this target. I've had good sessions with this in the past. So I'm going to say good hit. And let's see. Okay, this is good. Nova. Okay. Something's wrong. These ones are glitching and they always pass and they shouldn't. 4 sucks. 4 is just not intelligent, and normally Nova is a pretty good judge. So I'm going to do some digging into this tomorrow and see what the issue is. But anyways, good hit. Good hit. We are going to move on to the next. Okay, I'm going in. Interesting. Okay, that's what I was getting. Those are my impressions. Let us see. Let us see how we do. Father, I got Kanye's new album stuck in my head. Okay, let's see. This is the target. This is the target. This is the target. Okay, not bad. Tropical, good living, feels fresh, like I'm chilling on an island drinking coconut milk. Sandy, beach-like, open, daytime, nice, plant-like present. Okay, this is really good. I think that's the only thing I misinterpreted is I misinterpreted the land. Is this water? I think this is water. This land-water interface as like a beach. But this is a good session. Nova, again. Tripping balls. Really tripping balls. Anyways, another good hit. We're 2 for 2 on target contacts. We up. On to the next. I'm going in. I guess I'll say that. Cylinders. Okay, that's what I was getting. Almost like chopsticks, like a bunch of chopsticks is what I was getting. I was hesitant to call them flimsy because I only got that very slightly, but that's what it feels like. It feels like a big pile of hay. Like these long, thin strands, and they're kind of flimsy. Let's see what we get. This is the target. This is the target. This is the target. Okay, shape-wise, the geometry was really good. And, you know, I was hesitant to say flimsy. And I guess I was right to say flimsy because this is not flimsy, but it's a pen. It's like a long, thin... It's a pen. It's like this. It's like shaped like this. So my shape impression was really good, really on point. Feels like multiple of them. So I got that wrong. It was only one. This is good, though. Okay, we got them all. We're on a really nice streak. We're on 3 for 3 for good target contact. Yeah, I'll call it, yeah, decent hit. Great. 3 for 3. We're up. We up. On to the next. My allergies are also up. Okay, I'm going in. What's that movie, that animated movie, Over the Hedge or something like that? This is what, yeah, this is what I'm picturing, this hedge. right? This thing, like a real dense, solid. I wouldn't say it's trimmed, the impression I got, but this thing, that's what I was getting. I probably shouldn't look it up midway through because it's messing with my feedback. Yeah, just really dense plant life like that. It feels somewhat contained or managed. That's what it feels like. Okay, let's see. Let us see what we get. Those are the impressions I got. Okay. This is the target. This is the target. This is the target. Okay. I missed this. You know what's interesting? Yeah, I got them all wrong. You know what's interesting? Probably not target contact, although the dense hedge I described almost, I'm going to call it a coincidence. I'm not going to say that there's target contact here. This is the target. This is the target. This is the target. Okay. We missed this. I really like this target. I think this is one of my AI targets. It is. Very nice. Craig Signals had a really good session on this one in the past. He drew like a shadow thing and then like a nose or a point coming out of it. Really good. Okay, on to the next. So we're 3-1. We're 3-1 good sessions to bad sessions. On to the next. We're still up. I'm about to level up. Okay, I'm going in. Bread. Maybe brighter. What else? Almost starfish or sunflower shaped. Interesting. Open air. Okay. I'm not so sure about this one. Those impressions weren't as clear to me, but they came through nonetheless. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how we do. Okay, algorithms are done. Waiting the 5 seconds, seeing the prediction was correct. Finalizing. And here we go. This is the target. This is the target. This is the target. Interesting. Bright color, bright. Yeah, so I got the color wrong. I mean, that's kind of maroon, but I wouldn't say that's what I saw. Maybe a starfish or outdoors, open air. Yeah, I mean, potential target contact, but nothing too great. Probably a miss. Okay, we're 3-2. We have 3 good hits. What is BTC Algo? What does this have to do with Bitcoin? Sorry, I just saw this now. What I'm doing, I don't know if you know what associative remote viewing is, but it's running associative remote viewing protocols in the background, and it's using my precognition data, and it's testing 7 different algorithms and judging methods and whatever to basically use my precognition data to predict the price of Bitcoin 5 seconds in the future. So I gathered a ton of data on the site just in a research setting, and the data is now statistically significant. So what I'm trying to do is put it on a financial application, and it's predicting the future price of Bitcoin using my trials. So that's what that's doing. Sorry, I'll keep a better eye on the chat. I don't know how long ago you sent that. Okay, on to the next. 3-2. We up. We're still up. Okay, I'm going in. This one came pretty strong to me. This impression. It came strong to me. We'll see though. It might be a bad impression, but that's what I saw. So right now it's trying to predict future Bitcoin price based off my session. So now it's done. The predictions are in. It waits 5 seconds. It's seeing if the predictions are correct, and then that's when it gives me the feedback. This is the target. This is the target. This is the target. Okay, good session. I really like this. I knew that this one came in strong, and this was a good hit. So I got the white color. I got the odd geometry. Like, I just saw like a weird, concoction of whiteness. Wait, so when you get a target hit, is it attached to a binary BTC up or BTC down prediction 5 seconds in the future? XR, CUSD 1569, that's exactly what it's doing. So if I go in here, right, so I have 7 Bitcoin prediction algorithms. So I have 3 judges. Each of them are running separately, and then there's a bunch of consensus ones, and they're doing different systems. But what each of these algorithms are doing, exactly what you said, where it's binary, Bitcoin up, Bitcoin down. On the back end, it picks 2 potential targets. So one of the targets was an airplane. Let's say it marked it Bitcoin goes up. The other target, let's say it was like a glass of water. It marks it Bitcoin goes down. And obviously it doesn't show me. I'm doing this, I'm trying to gather data using precognition. I gather the data, I submit it. All of the different judging algorithms judge based off of, it looks at the 2 potential targets, the airplane and the glass of water, linked to Bitcoin up, Bitcoin down, and it judges them based off my impression. And let's say my impression, this one, it was a lot closer to the airplane. So it says, okay, well, it's really close to the airplane. Airplane was linked to Bitcoin going up. So I'm going to log on a smart contract, and all of this is on the chain. It's verifiable. Anyone can go on the smart contracts and verify the authenticity and verify the predictions. It logs the prediction on the smart contract. There's 7 smart contracts for each of the algorithms, the Bitcoin prediction algorithms. And then it waits 5 seconds, and you can see the workflow when I'm getting this feedback. It waits 5 seconds, and then it sees, did Bitcoin actually go up or did it actually go down? Let's say it actually went up and the airplane was linked to it going up, and the prediction was the airplane. Then it gives me the feedback of whatever the image was that was the image associated with the real outcome. So let's say the airplane was Bitcoin went up, but Bitcoin actually went down. It would show me the went down image, and these would be incorrect. This would be an X, this would be an X, this would be an X, and this one would be a plus. These ones are passing because they didn't have enough confidence. So they just didn't make a trade, or they didn't make a prediction for this specific trial. But anyways, yeah, so that's how this works. And if you want, after, I haven't collected a ton of data, right, to have any statistical significance, but I can show you the data for the different algorithms and all of this stuff if you want, if you're interested. But anyways, we up. This was a really good session. I like this one. I like this one. You know what actually I'll do? I'll show you. It looks like you're still in here. And other people can watch later anyways. I'm going to go into my admin console. And I'm going to show it anyways. Right? So, okay, so here we go. This is algorithm number 1. This is the Bitcoin prediction number 1. And you can see here, these are the correct number of trials. These are the incorrect. And this is my correct percentage. And the interesting thing, site-wide, before I was doing the Bitcoin predictions, when I was just doing it based off of just like an AI judge that was analyzing based off decoys, the effect size was like 0.9%. And this is 1%, right? So it's pretty much the same effect size as what I was getting with the other data, except this data is actually predicting, the price of Bitcoin. So that, there's not enough data to be statistically significant, like as you see the p-values like nowhere near it needs to be. Yeah, isn't it super cool, dude? I love this. I'm obsessed with this research. But anyways, as I gather more sessions, right, there's only been around 360 resolved. If this effect size stays, this p-value is going to go down. I think around when this hits like a few thousand, like 3,200, I think is what I calculated, I'll achieve statistical significance. And if I go to the other ones, right, this is algorithm number 2. You can see it predicted, I just started these other algorithms. 22 correct, 15 incorrect, 60% success rate, 0.16 p-value. This is my third algorithm, 60% success rate, 17% p-value. This one, this is the one that I was saying was tripping. It sucks. It's literally significantly worse than chance. Although I've tested the judge before, the judge performs well, like, close to stat sig results. And also the other ones that are based off Nova, these ones are just bugged. So I think there's something wrong with the Nova judge in the context of this Bitcoin prediction thing. I need to debug that. And then the consensus one, here you go, 60%. This is all good. So anyways, that's the data that I've got so far. I'm going to do a few more sessions. Okay, I'm going in. I got an impression, but I don't like it. It felt wrong. Huh. Yeah, this session doesn't feel great to me. I'm going to go back in. Super bright, almost like it's shining light. Okay, yeah, this is a weird one. The way that this data came to me, I didn't like it. It didn't feel good. I don't feel confident in it, but sometimes you don't feel confident in your data and you get great sessions. So we're going to go. Oh, and by the way, I'm not trading any real capital. It's just basically paper trading with this, Bitcoin prediction stuff right now. I'm trying to build a company and fundraise and trade real data. So we'll see. Oh, I leveled up. Let's go. I'm only one level away from max. Okay, this is the target. This is the target. This is the target. Yeah, so not a great session. White fat column like it's a cylinder. Fat but skinny, one mass in the center. Super bright, almost like it's shining. I mean, there could have been target contact here. Yeah, pass, and then Nova was incorrect. There could have been target contact here. Although I don't love this session. I don't love this session. But that's okay. I'm freaking gathering psychic data. Any hit's a good hit. We'll take the correct Bitcoin prediction, though. We'll take it. Okay. I'm going to do some more. I'm feeling good tonight, so I'm going to do some more. I'm in the zone. I'm going in. Okay. This one I have medium confidence in. It felt okay. The data felt about average as it was coming in. So we'll see. This session to me feels a lot like the Eiffel Tower feedback that I got in the previous session where you have like, you can look at it, you know what I mean. That's what it seemed like to me. Like that Eiffel Tower session. We'll see though. This is the target. This is the target. This is the target. Okay, not bad. I got the geometry, I guess. Maybe it's like these things and the space wrong. A couple of squares. Yeah, I noticed. Oh, give me 1 second and then I'll answer your question. I noticed that I'm really terrible and I try to avoid it. Placing like specific, seeing things where they are in the image. I almost have no accuracy with that beyond chance. So I try to avoid it. I did it here. The rest of it was good. Green feels natural, feels solidly colored. Yeah, this is all good. Feels open besides that. And then let me read your thing. What is the ultimate goal here? To get many people to read on the app and then use it to... Is it a siloed to individual readings to find someone good? Okay, let me read that one more time. To get many people to read on the app and then use the aggregate to correctly... Okay. Good question. What is the ultimate goal? So I have a larger philosophical goal with promoting psi research and the psi effect. I do think it's real. I think that this psi phenomenon in general is a connection to a ontological and scientific breakthrough. I think that consciousness can be unlocked and it can be studied in a scientific manner. I think that can be a source of existential truth. I think that I see a future where psi is studied heavily and humans become better at this effect, and it collects us to the collective consciousness that we come from, and that basically increases the benevolence of humanity. I see the two ways that humanity becomes benevolent in the future. One is through basically a technological tyranny where benevolence is enforced through a surveillance state and hyper, technology, which is like, okay, it produces benevolence, but like it's basically taking away free will. Not exactly, but kind of. I think that's a less optimal scenario. Or I think that through abilities like this and through elevated consciousness, we can basically get people to become more benevolent themselves. Because this phenomenon, I believe, long term, will allow us to study and make us realize that we are one collective consciousness. And when humans realize that we are all one consciousness, we're all connected to the central consciousness of existence. I think that's essentially God. That's how I define God. I can't steal from you. I can't kill my neighbor. I can't wrong somebody, because you realize that we're all the same thing. We're all connected to this grand consciousness. We are just fractalized portions through our brains, little bits and pieces of the collective consciousness that are pulled out temporarily, to be physically manifested. But we all return to this collective consciousness, which we are all one. I think that it's going to make humanity benevolent. That's my philosophical reason. In terms of the actual reason for doing this, I started in this field because some of the data was good, but it wasn't conclusive to me, so I wanted to figure it out myself. And at this point, I can say I've done that. I've collected great data. It's statistically significant. I do believe I've analyzed the data all myself. I know it's not cheating. I built technology to ensure that it's not cheating. I'm confident that it's real at this point. And what I'm trying to do is take it from a research application to an economically viable financial application. And not just out of greed. I mean, obviously making money is cool, but I think that the best way to push the field forward is to make it economically valuable. That's how you get funded. That's how you increase the, that sounded like thunder. That's how you increase the intellectual firepower in the field. I'm surprised my dogs aren't going nuts. Puppies, go investigate that. That's how you get more intellectual firepower into the field, because relative to other fields, we have none right now, or essentially none. That's how you get funded. That's how you get mainstream, recognition, is if you can just make money. If I can build a trading firm utilizing the precognitive effect and be highly economically valuable, that's how you unlock all of those things. So what I'm doing right now, obviously it's not trading. I wholeheartedly agree with your philosophy. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I think about this stuff a lot. So it's good to hear, other people that think about it and who agree. If you don't agree, you have anything to add, I'd love to hear it. What I'm doing now is just collecting data for financial applications. None of this is trading with real money. What I'm basically trying to do is prove that it can be done, which I think it's already been proved, but I have to do it myself in order to convince people. And I have to do it in a certain way, which I'm doing it. That's absolutely provable. And then, the next step is to get funded, right? I'm trying to build a startup, and I'm trying to kickstart this. And you can't bring this to an investor and say, hey, I have all this cool data and there's a 1% raw effect size on bulk data, and I'm going to trade on it and make it economically valuable. And they ask you, oh, how much money have you made so far? None. Well, you've paper traded, right? And you have a good effect size with real markets. Nope. I wouldn't be taken seriously with that. So the next step, I've collected my research data that's not linked to any financial predictions. Next step is to paper trade and do financial predictions with the precognitive effect. And then once I achieve statistically significant results with that, the next step is to start trading real capital and to build it into a business. Sorry, that was long-winded, but there's your answer. I'm going to do I'm going to do some more sessions. Oh, this one I got it all correct. Okay, cool. I'm going to do some more sessions. Yay, we're Diamond 2. I think Diamond 1 is the top rank. Or I'm already almost there. Okay. I'm the site owner. I'd hope I'd be there. Okay, I'm going in. Yeah, I don't like this one. I don't like this data at all. I don't like how this one felt coming in. I don't like it. This one didn't feel good at all. Okay, hold on. Let me get my feedback and then I'll read your comment I just saw and I'll respond. Okay, we're going to get it soon. I don't like this one. I didn't like this impression. I don't think it's going to be good. It didn't feel good. Whoa, it was good apparently. This is the target. This is the target. This is the target. Okay, so this actually isn't bad. This is very close to what I saw, what I'm zoomed in on right now. Like almost little finger-shaped things coming out, and I saw them as being white. I didn't see purple, and normally I'm good at seeing purples. Not bad. Like hand-shaped, 2 to 5 little finger things coming off it. Yeah, I guess this is good. White / light colors, feel alive. Feel alive is wrong. I thought it was like a starfish or something. Okay, all the predictions were correct. Yo, we're cooking tonight. Dude, we have like a real good track record tonight. This is awesome. Okay, perfect. I'm going to say okay hit. I didn't love this one, but it's okay. I'm thinking about the incentive for RV to use your site / system regularly. If the operator of the system is the one who's benefiting from the combined readings of its users. Good thought. Good thought. So I have a couple of thoughts about that. So the first day that this site was open was December 12th. And I think since then, I think as of very recently, we're at 190 users total and like 22 or 2,300 total sessions. The site's grown, organically very well. The reason it's grown organically is because I build these technologies, these analysis tools. Yeah, you like that one? Cool. It is good. It's a decent one. I build these analysis tools, right? The blockchain authentication system, now the Bitcoin prediction stuff, and also the analysis tools. And on the other pages of this site, I'm not on it right now because I'm doing sessions. There's a community page where you can explore other people's sessions and you can comment on their sessions, give feedback. I think I did that at the beginning of this live stream. Maybe you missed it. I'm actually building a mobile app that's basically a social media platform. I'm hoping to release it tomorrow, or at least get it set up for release tomorrow, and then it gets verified. So I put all these, technologies and tools out for free. So that's one thing, the value provision. In terms of myself benefiting and other people not, I do get that to an extent. But my logic is that in me doing this and in me building this system and collecting this data, yes, obviously I'm trying to build a company off of it, and there's a potential that it's very personally profitable long term. If I'm successful, and let's say I build a massive company and I change the paradigm with this stuff and it gets accepted by the mainstream and there's a lot of investors on board, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, the good that would do for the field, if that happens, I'm going to be able to pay dozens of people, maybe more, to remote view and do this precognition for a living. Right now, that almost doesn't exist. Like getting like a sustainable income from precognition and remote viewing is very difficult. Let's say I'm successful in making this profitable and building a company. That's going to pull everybody forward. I don't see this as a zero-sum game. I see this, and that's why I work very collaboratively with other researchers in the field. Like if I was in any other industry, you should see the conversations that I have with other researchers in the field. I give them my data, they give me their data. We literally share data sets. Like all of the proprietary, things that you'd expect, like quote unquote competitors, to want to withhold from one each other, because it's a competitive advantage. We share all of it because we realize that the field is small now and it needs to grow. And the only way, and if we hide stuff from one another, and if we try to restrict each other's growth and we don't work together, that's going to stifle the growth of the field, which I think is the worst thing we could do at this point. I could ramble about that, but that's why I'm okay doing this, and that's why I think other people who participate in the site are okay just doing sessions for those reasons. So regularly, the operating system one is benefiting from the combined readings of its users. Yep, yeah, there you go. That's my explanation. Okay, anyways, let's move on to the next. This was a good session. I'm going to do another one. We up. Okay, I'm going in. Tower or straight lines and hard angles. White gray. Okay. Those were my impressions. That one, it was okay. The data that came through, it didn't feel terrible. It didn't feel great. We'll see. I have a feeling this one's not going to be good. It didn't feel wonderful, but we'll see. Great stream. Thank you, Dark Side Phillip. Hopefully you stream more often. Let me look at this, get target feedback, and then I'll respond to you. This is the target. This is the target. This is the target. Okay, I don't consider this a great hit. Hard, tall outdoors feels like a watchtower, lighthouse sort of thing. Feels standalone, isolated, getting straight lines and hard angles, white gray. Okay, I mean, this isn't terrible. I got a little bit of the white in the background. I didn't get the red, this stuff in the foreground, or the green, which I don't love. I got the right angles, kind of standalone, hard. I kind of messed up with the tall thing. Outdoors, this is a decent session. Let's see. Oh, yeah, nice. Bitcoin like this. Dude, we're on a great streak tonight. I'm like probably 6 or 7 hits and only 2 misses. This is a great streak. Hopefully you stream more often. Yeah, dude, I did my first stream yesterday, and I'm doing one tonight, and I do these sessions anyways. And I am going to start streaming. I think Craig Signals. He's a viewer on my site and on Social RV. I've done a lot of interviews with him. He gave me the idea, and I did 1 or 2. I actually have another one tomorrow where I do live sessions with him. So I'm starting to do it on my own as well, and I think this is very entertaining. No one does live sessions, at least not to my knowledge, like live streamed, which I don't see why not. I think people are afraid of getting things wrong live. Like, people want to, if they record it at all, they pre-record it and they cherry-pick the good ones. I don't like that. I think that gives an incorrect impression. And I think that it's important for people to see the misses as well as the hits. And also, when you stream stuff live, that gives people a higher degree of confidence. And it's like such a beautiful thing. Like, I'm going to keep streaming, and one of these days I'm going to get a perfect Targ 7. And it's going to be live. And that's going to be, it's such a surreal experience having a Targ 7 when you're doing it yourself. But I can only imagine when you get it live with other people watching, it's going to be such a cool thing for myself and everybody involved. Let me read what you guys are saying. Is a user's stats saved on chain? I'm thinking of the aspect of users being able to brag about their stats online and having the state of truth to people on panel. Yes. Yes. Yes, sir. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm not even going to try. About the sessions being... Okay, so let me show you. So I'm going to go to my profile. So here's a few things. So I can go to my database. And the database is just all the sessions, right? I can star this one. I like to star my good ones. I really like this one. I can star it. This one's good. I can star it. This one's good. I can star it. So it just saves a database of all your things. Oh, here also there's notifications. So when people comment on your sessions, or when people comment or when they rank your sessions, it comes up on here. Stats. So there are stats. So these are my site-wide stats. I have a really good rank 10 rate. Higher is better. So rank 10 is the best, rank 1 is the worst. You can see the average rank is 5.69. 5.5 is what you'd expect by pure chance. Like if you were just like if you were just scribbling or doing random words and inputting it, random chance, it would be 5.5. I've got 471 ranked sessions. My average rank is 5.69. So that's a 1.9% better than chance. My z-score, this is just a statistical measure. P-values, a statistical measure. This is a chart of the p-values. I can go to AI targets and see how that is. I can look at my real targets. And then here's really cool. There's a portfolio. So I can go into my database and put really good sessions on my portfolio. And what my portfolio is whenever a user goes to my site, this is the first thing that pops up and it highlights and I get to choose my best sessions. So you can see this is the best session I've ever had in my life. And it's in the #1 slot in my portfolio. Curved protrusions off a main body, almost like eggs coming off a main body. White, solid, large, field structure like permanent, daytimes, outdoors, field structure, whatever. This is my best session. And you can see all of these are my best sessions. It's like my portfolio. And in terms of it being proven, so I have the blockchain authentication system. It works and it trustlessly verifies the authenticity of the sessions. Although it's like it's like a technical system. So someone kind of has to be like a good technical person in terms of actually like proving the authenticity, but it's open source. Like if any technical person goes and I publicize the smart contract that it's on, and all of that, it's all publicized. So yeah, it proves the authenticity of your session. So if you do sessions on this site and you have an insane session that's 1 in a billion, it's a really specific target and you describe the entire thing perfectly, you can prove that the session was precognitive, that the correct target wasn't even chosen until after you submitted your impression. So now that is different now with the Bitcoin prediction thing. That's how it used to work. Now with the Bitcoin prediction, it's not fully precognitive in terms of there are images chosen before you submit your impression, which is how it has to be for the system. But you're still predicting the price of Bitcoin. So like it's uncheatable. Like if you're doing really good sessions and you're getting Bitcoin predictions right, like it's financially applied. You can't be cheating that. And even if you were cheating it, it would still result in 50-50 chance, right? Let me see what you're saying. And having one state, your site's UI is nice, but the simple overflow function will prevent the score. But a simple font overflow function will prevent the score overflows that you see, for example, community rank. Your fixed navbar needs a big color too when scrolling page. Sorry, my friend. Dude, okay, this is perfect. This is perfect. We need to link up. If you have any interest, if you want to go through and criticize my site to high hell, I would absolutely love that. I have zero aesthetic ability. This is like the absolute best I could do aesthetically. If you want to go through the site and tell me whatever's wrong with it, I would absolutely love that. Just message me. Where can you message me? Message me on X or something. My X is ARV Collective. Or you can email me, founder@arvcollective.com. Dude, we should chat. And if you want to give me like the most ruthless feedback you can, I'd absolutely love that. Anyways, back to it. What? I got kicked out. My session expired. My session expired. Okay. Let's do some more. We're on a great streak tonight. We're on a phenomenal streak. I'm going to leave soon because I got to take my dogs and go to bed. Okay. Let's go. I'm going in. Okay. That's what I'm putting in. Yeah, I'm down for pointing out the front end issues for sure. Yeah, dude, this is perfect. I love the feedback. I'll hit you up. No worries. Excellent, excellent. This is what I really need. And I'm building a mobile app too. So maybe you can give me some criticism on that end, because I need it, because I have no aesthetic ability. Okay, let's see. This is the target. This is the target. This is the target. Okay, I don't like this session. Brown grainy, feels wooden, unpolished, like it could give me splinters. Yeah, I'll call this a miss. I mean, maybe the background did it for me, or this thing. I'm going to call this a miss. For some reason, the algorithms got it correct, which is interesting. Sometimes you just get lucky and you get gifted a correct hit. Dude, we're like 9-2 for today or something like that for Bitcoin. Let me look at the stats real quick. I did wonders on the stats in this session. 190, yeah, I got it up 0.6%. I got my p-value down 0.1 just from this session. Wow, we're on a crazy streak tonight. 26.15, yo, we're stat sig. We're pretty much stat sig on this Bitcoin on the second prediction algorithm. Wow, let's go. I mean, obviously not enough data. Like only this many resolved sessions, 51, 63%. Bro, 63% is nuts. Let's look at the other ones. 21 and 11. Yo, we're stat sig. Let's go. I don't think that this is going to hold. I think 65% is nuts. If 65% stays, then I'm going to change the entire financial system within 6 months. Nova, obviously Nova's tripping. There's a bug with Nova. Even if it's tripping, it's still significantly worse than Chance. This is hilarious. This one sucks. The consensus 13 and 7. Let's go. And you see how this one's mostly passes. 65%, 0.13, and then these ones are bug. Yo, we up. Forgot to ask, but what is your monetization plan? I know you want to raise funding, but before that, or if it fails, how are you paying for AI credits? Okay. I love that you ask. I love talking about this because I think about it so much. I quit my job around a month and a half ago, close like 6 or 7 weeks ago, to pursue building this full time. I have almost no money left. I've almost completely gone through my expenses. It's starting to get tight. I've probably got 6 weeks of runway, maybe maximum 2 months of runway. And after that, it's going to get cooked, and I'm going to have to get a warehouse job or something while I pursue this until I get funded and until I gather enough data. But, you know, monetization plan, obviously I'm trying to raise capital. What I'm doing in terms of monetization, right, I have 3 phases that I'm looking at this. Phase 1 is collect research data, which I've already done. Stat sig, just research data, precognition, predicting image outcomes. That I've done. Right now, what I'm on is stage 2, which is the paper trading stage, getting stat sig results and doing research in terms of actually applying the precognitive effect with my prediction algorithms and with my technology to predict real financial outcomes. Yeah, this is so cool. To predict real financial outcomes. And once I do that, once I get stat sig with a large data set, my goal is by the end of April, 3,200 sessions, in bulk. So for this one, a 1.5% edge on Chance, which I'm at right now. We'll see if it holds. And then stat sig results. And then after that, basically my plan is to start trading real capital and achieve statistically significant results trading real capital that beat slippage. My goal timeline on this is Q1 of 2027. By the beginning of 2027, I want to have statistically significant results that beat slippage, trading real capital using precognition. And then after that, the long-term idea on how to monetize this is I could just do like a trading firm. Like I could just raise money and trade like the company's own capital. Or I've thought about business models where I'm basically collecting precognitive data, turning it into an enterprise product, like a predictive forecasting product for other trading firms, hedge funds, quants, high frequency trading, whoever the hell makes their money by predicting financial outcomes. and having them trade based off the data. I just sell the data to them. The reason why that's slightly more attractive at this point is because there's a lot that goes into making money with this from the trading point of view, that is not just having the raw edge. Like trading on even if I have a consistent 1 to 1.5% edge, beating slippage and trading off that and making money, not impossible, but very difficult. There's risk management. There's, trading in the correct markets. There's beating slippage. Like, there's all these things that I don't even know about because that's not my expertise. This is just what I've been told. So I'm either going to need to get really good at that myself. I'm going to need to find someone and hire someone who can handle that side of things, or I just collect the data and sell it to these trading firms. So it's either selling the data, or if I figure out how to trade myself or onboard somebody, trading with it myself. And by the way, I've analyzed previous attempts at using Precognition to trade financially. I've gotten to analyze multiple different large data sets of researchers who have done this in the past. I don't necessarily have to name who, because I don't know if it's proprietary or not. But they all have good results. Like, I don't want to get into too much detail here, but they've all consistently been able to optimize their correct trade rate, like their correct prediction rate, to in between roughly 2 to 10% edge on chance. So if it's a 50-50, it's a coin flip prediction, 52% to 60%. The problem is, and people have made money, but the reason why no one has turned this into a multi-billion-dollar firm or company is because of the trading problem. There's like a lot of logistics that go into monetizing the edge, and risk mitigation and all of that. And then there's also like managing the contractors. Like, if you have a lot of people and getting precognition data for you, you have to make sure that they're actually doing the sessions honestly and they're not just spamming it to get paid. You have to manage all these contractors. You have to pay them out. Like, it's just a whole process. So that's been the bottleneck in the past. Those are solvable problems, though. Like, the edge exists. The edge using precognition exists, and that's in my opinion the crazy part. And now that we have that, it's just getting the rest of it in place, which I think is going to work. Anyways, let's do a few more sessions. We're on an insane streak tonight. I want to keep it going. Something is lit up in my brain. I have the connection, or maybe I've just been getting lucky. Who knows? Okay, I'm going in. We up. Oh, what did I just get? I almost got the hand thing again. I got the hand thing. Like a little center mass and like finger-shaped things sprouting off. They feel more, I gotta write this down. I'm gonna say, I don't know if it was a central mass. I'm just gonna say long, thin, protrusions, almost like fingers, going in a bunch of directions. Feels geometrically consistent, not random / abstract. Assortments, beige / yellowish / light brown color. I'm just gonna say I don't really get the light brown color. Okay. This is what I got. Anyways, bro, yeah, I'm bootstrapped. I've thrown thousands of dollars into this project, developing it, the credits, everything, and I'm just hoping it's paid off. I'm hoping it pays off, because otherwise, I mean, I'm gonna have to pay a little less taxes this year. Have you experimented with sports prediction market instead of DD upsound for on-chain predictions? I haven't. Let me get my feedback first, and then I'll answer your question about Polymarket. This is the target. This is the target. This is the target. Okay. Interesting. There could be a few points of accuracy here. Long, thin protrusions, almost like fingers, going in a bunch of directions. Feels geometrically consistent, not random. Beige / yellowish color. Okay, so this is good. Color-wise, I was decent. I actually put light brown originally, but I thought it was more of a beige, so I got rid of it. Color is decent. You know what's so funny? These things, like these little things sticking out, that's kind of what I saw, and that's why I said it's like a hand. It's like a little Dang, I only got a rank 1. And then 2 and 4, the algorithms were correct. The first algorithm was correct. This could have been random chance. I don't know what to think about this session. I don't love it. So you know what's funny about that? The prediction markets. I spoke with a gentleman today who is interested in consciousness research, and he is currently building and testing a bunch of polymarket trading bots, and he's super interested in that, and he brought the same thing up to me. Is it viable? Will I probably experiment with it in the future? Absolutely, 100%. Especially, and I didn't know this, but he brought it up to me. He said Polymarket just added like Bitcoin, like 5 or in 15 minute, up down, prediction, things where you can predict the next 5 minutes does Bitcoin go up or down, which is pretty much what I'm doing, just 5 minutes instead of like 20 seconds. So yes, could I enter it in the future? Absolutely. Will I do research? Most likely. Is it top of mind right now? No. Reason being is that it adds more of a constraint, because I want the feedback loop to be extremely short, and even now 5 minutes is kind of long for that. But yes, good. That's a good thought bringing it up, and it is something that I'm likely going to explore in the future. But right now, the Bitcoin prediction does what I need it to do in terms of gathering data. It will definitely pay off, man. You've built something real here. Yeah, I hope so. You know what's crazy, dude, about, building this? Incredibly stressful. It's such a weird psychological and life position to be in. I'm very young. I'm 21 years old. I understand that my risk tolerance now, at this point in my life, is extremely high. I have an extremely low cost of living. My churn, I'm at my parents' place right now, which is nicer than my place. I'm dog sitting. But my churn monthly is like $2,200 or something. So like I don't have a high, cost of living, and I have a very high risk tolerance, and that's why I've basically gone all in on building this. It is such a weird and stressful experience for me, going all in on something that everybody thinks is crazy. Not everybody, but like 90 to 95, probably greater than 95% of just like the overall population, like people in my personal life, like if I walk down the street, people think that this is nonsense. And I've seen the data. I've analyzed the data. I've handled the data. The data is promising. That I can say. The data is very good. Other people won't even look at the data. Everybody thinks I'm crazy. And it's extremely stressful. And it's like I'm getting gaslit 24/7. Because like I literally spend all day building these tools and collecting and analyzing this data and everything. And the data is so good. And then the entire world is telling me that it's not real. And I'm like, I'm looking at it right now. It's fucking real. Like I'm getting gaslit so incredibly hard. And it's just stressful. It's stressful. So I hope it pays off, but I don't know if it will. We'll see. Okay, on to the next. I like your questions, and I like the trains of thought that you're having. Okay, we're up. On to the next. Let's go. I'm going in. This is such a weird impression. I'm getting a long, like almost white. I'm gonna write that down. Strip is white / off-white. I'm getting this long strip, and like not a ton of them, but like maybe between 3 and 8, like spaced out circles, like buttons. They remind me of buttons, and they're darker. So let's see. Okay, let me get this feedback, and then I'll respond to you. All right, I have this data came through pretty clear to me. I just don't know what this could be, so we'll see. But I felt good about this data in this session. Nope. This is the target. This is the target. This is the target. Okay, I don't think this was bad. I saw like a long white strip, and you can see like geometry wise and shape wise, it's very good. Holes / shadows. Yeah, a little black. I guess maybe the eye, maybe this. Like, I got the kind of the buttons incorrect in terms of like the geometry and the spacing, but like the overall shape, geometry, color, I think this was good. And now Nova gets this one right. Okay, whatever. This was a decent session, even though the Bitcoin was wrong. Let's see what you said. That's a good thing, though. No one is building this. Only true believers in our view would build in it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I do think, I really do truly believe that this effect and what I'm building is going to change the world. And if you look at massive companies and massive global humanity changing advancements, they're contrarian. Like, no one thinks that they're possible, and it's not an industry until someone builds it and they build the industry. That's how I view this. It's just hard when you're actually in the weeds of that process in the early days like I am, because it's extremely discouraging. Even though the data is good, like, trying to organize it and, trying to make money and trying, to be able to pay my bills is extremely stressful. But that's the beautiful side of this, to be in a position where I truly believe that I'm doing something that will absolutely change the world for the better and make a massive impact. And I just need to execute upon it. And that's why I'm so obsessed with it, because I think the opportunity is massive, and I almost view it as my responsibility to execute upon it. That's how I view it. Anyways, I thought this is a decent session. I like the geometry. This is this long white strip. Like, the geometry is very good. I got the kind of holes incorrect. When I had this session, I was like, what could this be? This doesn't look like anything, but it looks like this. So that's a good session, even though Bitcoin predictions didn't like it. Okay, on to the next. We up. I should be going to bed, but I have a lot of energy, and I'm on a good streak, so I'll do some more. All right, I'm going in. Earthy pops of brightness, like a festival or gathering of a ton of people. That's what it feels like. It feels like a room packed with people, and some of them have red shirts and they're all talking, and some of them have jeans, like all these sorts of colors, and there's so much going on. I don't normally get impressions like this, but lots of energy in the image. I view it as social energy. Normally I don't get impressions like that, which I'm skeptical of. I didn't get a lot of data on this session for the first 3 to 5 seconds, but it came in and it hit me hard, which normally I don't like when it takes me long, but it came in and it hit me hard. So I do feel good about this session. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think this is going to be a good one. Maybe not, though. This is the target. This is the target. This is the target. Hilarious. Okay. A lot going on. Lots of earthy, bland colors, pops of brightness. I mean, okay, so I completely misinterpreted the fact that there's a lot of people and things going on. A lot of bland, earthy colors with pops of colors. I will say that that is slightly correct. There's a tiny bit of red in this exit sign in the back. There's some yellows popping. Energy and image. I view it as social image. So it was a good session. If you were to fill this picture up with a massive crowd of people, that was exactly what I was envisioning. Nova got it correct. Okay, interesting. Let's see what you said. How accurate are your readings in your mind? And then the generative AI image gets that produced on a scale of 1 to 10 average. They're pretty good. I don't want to look at it too... Well, actually, I can because I got it wrong. It taints my target feedback. I don't love to stare at these AI-generated images. It tends to do very well. I would say it does like an 8 out of 10 in terms of capturing what I'm thinking in my brain. That's what I would say. This is like what I envisioned. For example, that one reading where you wrote about blood bright red, it generated a pinkish flower. Yeah, I mean, sometimes, I mean, dude, that's the thing with AI, like, it hallucinates, like, it doesn't get things perfect, and if you give it, like, vague information, it generates what it thinks you're most likely talking about. Like, if I were to put in, like, the color, if I was just to say the word red and it would generate an image based off of that, it wouldn't just have a blank red screen. It would generate me a random thing, like a person wearing a red hat. Like, if you don't provide a ton of detail, it extrapolates and it guesses. But I would say it's pretty good on average. Are your algorithms judging the generative image produced or your words? Okay, great question. That's a great question. The algorithms, it depends. So you see how in the top right here, right? There's text images and there's image. Most people just do text, and then it generates the AI image. If there's text and an image, it only judges based off the text. Reason being is I just think the AI is going to be more accurate, and when you have an AI generated image, there's an extra layer of separation and a dilution of the information. So when there's text and image, like all of my sessions, it's judging just the text. The image is just for other people. Like, remember how I talked about the community page? When other people are like looking at your sessions and they're commenting, nobody wants to go through and just read a bunch of paragraphs. Like, it's not visually appealing, so it's good if you're just skimming through to just glance at the AI generated images. Because when like the gestalt is very similar, even from a glance, it's very obvious. So it's doing this. The only difference, if you have just an image, like if there's no text and there's just an image, that's the only scenario where it's judging an image. If there's only an image and no text, and if there's text and image, it judges the text. And there can never be just text, because if you input just text, then it inputs the image, and in that case, it only does the text. Anyways, it's a lot of yapping. I like your questions though. You're asking good questions. I'm gonna do another one. We're up. We're still up. We're on a good streak. I feel like a good one. I'm gonna have a really good one. The information's coming through crisply. Okay, I'm going in. Ooh. Oh, I don't like this. What it does though doesn't feel natural. I don't like this because I got this impression and then I had a flash of a very open environment. You know what? I'm going to say both. I'm going to say existing in a very open, outdoors feeling environment. Like, the reason I don't like it is because those two things, like, logically contradicts. Like, at first I was envisioning, like, a small, weird object sitting on a table inside, and then I got this flash of outdoors and openness. And normally I don't like when things conflict, but what are you going to do? I'm going to write down both of them because they both felt good. Drawings or images for readings. Yes, you can. And I'll show you, a lot of people do that, especially like really good remote viewers. They spend, I'm doing these sessions very quick. That's an unusual style. Most people spend a lot of time and they draw out and they have multiple pages that they upload. So yes. Okay, let's see. I'm feeling good about this one. I don't know. It was odd. Oh no, it was bad. This is the target. This is the target. This is the target. So you know what's funny? Man, it got them all wrong. Weird geometry, held in the hand. So I got the fact that it was small wrong. Doesn't feel natural. So you know, honestly, I think this is a good impression. Except for the fact that it was small. Useful technological. I don't know if you're into the pyramid stuff at all, but you know, there's a lot of weird stuff about the pyramids, the potential that they were some sort of an energy mechanism generation, some sort of a power plant, or they had some sort of a technological use. Anyways, I don't know about that session. I'm going to say it was a miss. I'm going to head out, but yeah, keep going live stream. Learned a lot, and we'll follow closely. Thanks, man. I appreciate the conversation. Thanks for chilling. Yeah, if you have any time, email me. Founder@arvcollective.com is my email, and critique the hell out of my site. Have a good one. I'm going to do a couple more and then bounce. Okay. Man, a couple bad ones in a row. What are we doing? What are we doing? It's okay, though. We're still up. We are up. I'm going in. Lots of things. Okay. I don't know. I don't love this impression. I'm starting to get tired, and the data is not coming through as well. I need to go to bed. Let's see. Let's see what this is. I don't feel good about this one. This is the target. This is the target. This is the target. Okay, yeah, I would consider this a miss. Lots of red, abstract, weird geometry. Feel like lots going on, lots of things. Yeah, not great. Nova, dude, Nova's just consistently trash. I need to figure out what the bug is happening with this, because it performs well on bulk data, but it seems to be getting these wrong. Okay, this is my last one for tonight. This is my last one, because I'm tired and I need to go to bed. My dogs need to go to bed. Okay, we're going in. Ooh, that one came quick. Brown, oval-shaped. Reminds me a lot of a football. Feels like leather. I literally just got basically a football. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else. It became very quick, very strong. Which, we'll see. Sometimes I like when that happens, but it's not always good. So we'll see. We'll see how we do. This is the target. This is the target. This is the target. Okay, so not terrible. I mean, very roughly, like, shorter and wider than it is tall, and this is almost like a beige shape, which decently close to brown. Very interesting. You could see these little things. I think this is a decent hit. Brown over, reminding a lot of a football. Feels like leather. Maybe I got the leather from these tracks. I don't think that these are actually made from leather, but they have kind of a leathery appearance. Yeah, this is very interesting. Okay, all right, decent hit. All right, that's it. Let's see if anyone else did sessions while I was doing that. Probably not, but maybe. Looks like no. Yeah, I did all of these. And then him before. Okay. All right, I'm bouncing. I think someone just joined. Sorry. I've been doing this for an hour. I'm bouncing. Have a good night. I'm going to try to stream every day. I do this stuff anyways. I do these sessions every day.